Hello everyone, welcome back to Project MR2. It's been a long time since we've been on the channel. We're now on episode 5, and what we're doing today is a reasonably simple video, hopefully. Bits I don't know how to do. What we're doing is doing an oil service on the car, as I've done 7,000 miles since owning it now. It's had an oil change in that time, but in less than a year, it's a lot of miles. I think I'm about 4,000 miles since my last service, so it needs to be done. So I've got Miller's oil for that. And then also, we're going to be doing a brake fluid change because I think it needs a bit of an upgrade. So I've got DOT 5.1 going in, Miller's as well. Don't know how to do that. I've got some bits to help. We've got an easy bleed that we used on the 944. So hopefully it goes all right because I'm taking it somewhere special soon and I don't want it to break. Let's get on with it.
Oh dear. Is Jared doing a Liam when it comes to parking?
Look, it was never on camera, but Liam screwed the pooch. Okay? It's not me, it's not me.
Swear to God, you're actually a liability. You've killed the Project 944 sign.
That's a threat against the 944. So last podcast, I was taking the piss out of how bad Liam is at reversing and parking. This is karma.
This is absolute karma.
After our brief car shuffling shenanigans, it was time to actually get the car set up on the lift. Right, so we've just spent a while, or I've spent a while, just trying to put the MR2 on the jacking points properly because it's a bit funny, and I don't want my car to fall off a lift because that would be unfortunate. So what I'm going to do now is going to crack some nuts because I want to lubricate the nipples of the calipers for the brake bleed. So get the wheels off, let them lubricate for a bit, and then what I'm going to do is do the oil change and then we'll go back for the brake fluid. So now we're going to crack some nuts. Having cracked off the MR2's 5-wheel nuts with relative ease compared to Liam's sometimes evil BMW E46, actually raising the car up was the next step, and thus Marty ascended. Cool, so we've got the car up now. It's jacked up on the sills, which is appropriate but not great. But I just want to show you because previously in the first MR2 video, or the second one I think it was, second, when we had it on the lift doing the exhaust, it was rust free. But I'm noticing, well Liam's pointed out to me, we have some small surface rust patches forming on the bottom of the door now. Seals, understandably so, are already a bit crusty. But yeah, it's proving its worth as a modern classic. So yes, we shall ignore the dodgy jacking. Yeah, but we'll take the wheels off now. I feel I've probably put these a bit too high to do that now, but oh well, we'll get them off. Lubricate our nipples, and then should be good to go. We'll start oil changing. Using a 19mm tie iron now with the car off the ground, removing the loosened wheel nuts was a breeze, as long as you haven't got the car too high. So you don't do it so high up.
Yeah. I've been gone for 2 minutes. Do you want to admit something to us?
Is that my pads are quite low all around. Rears I kind of figured. Front ones were done in September with its MOT as an advisory, and they look about half-life in, how many months is that? 7?
Yeah, not
7
long.
or 8? Yeah, I don't know who that's a reflection on. My mum's on my policy. I reckon she's just been ragging it about.
Yeah, definitely not you.
It's not been me, no. I reckon 7,000 miles of driving, it wasn't me.
Yeah. Have you, by chance, also had a tyre incident?
No.
Are you sure?
Have I?
Yeah. Have you not seen yourself in the mirror?
Oh, have I got a smack on my face from the... No, I don't know what I look like.
You've literally got the biggest monobrow right now.
Oh, yeah. Pardon the French, everybody. Is that better?
Well, yeah. You've got dark eyebrows now, but that's fine.
I just love rubber.
Yeah.
So despite my Toyota tyre makeup, we're going to press on with the with just putting a bit of penetrant fluid on the nipples, because I've got spare ones I'm probably going to replace them with, but we'll have to get the old ones out either way. We either got to release them to get the fluid out, or just get rid of them altogether. So I've got some specialist penetrant fluid from WD-40. It's probably no different than the normal stuff. I've used it before, it's usually alright, so I'm just going to soak them for a bit whilst we get on with the oil change, and then hopefully we can do it. Cool, so we're going to move on to the oil change now. So what I have here is some delightful Miller's Oil 10W40 semi-synthetic nano drive oil. Whatever all that mumbo jumbo means, what really matters is 10W40 semi-synth, MR2 recommended. Miller's Oil recommended to me by a couple of MR2 drivers, so hopefully it's the good stuff that we need, and will grant me many more trouble-free miles with Marty.
He's not staying, but
Hello.
you were literally tweeting the other day about
You look
yeah.
amazing.
This one was a surprise arrival. He's not staying. He's very cute though, isn't he?
Oh, I love him. Is it a her or
Him.
him? Oh.
Okay, so next what we're going to do now is, after we've lubricated the nipples, we're going to do an oil change. First, we'll just take the cap off the engine, depressurize the system, and then raise the car back up again so we can drain the oil. We're getting there, and then yeah, let's do those bits and get the car up, drain the oil, and see what else we can do after that.
First, we popped the bonnet and secured it with a bonnet prop whilst we tackled the first step for the actual process of the oil change, which is to take off the cap to relieve the system of any built-up pressure. This will help us increase the flow of oil out of the oil sump pan, making the process a little quicker. As we're fortunate enough to have access to a lift, we're raising the car up to a height where we can stand underneath the car easily to access the sump and oil filter to drain the old oil out. As you can see, my sump isn't in the best condition and really would benefit from being taken off and a new gasket applied with RTV sealing, as this red-free MR2 sump does not have a traditional gasket seal like most cars. Cracking off the hand-tight sump plug is easy enough, with my sump plug being a 14mm head, revealing the quite dark oil from around 4,000 to 5,000 miles of abuse since my last oil change, which I did back in August of 2020.
Cool, so next we're going to take the filter off once that's finished draining. It's pretty close now because there's only about 4.5 litres of oil in an MR2. Filter is located here under the under tray, if you want to come pop round there. Just there, so a bit of an annoying position, but it's not the end of the world. So we have a bodged cable tie here to unclip. We have a little bolt there to unclip, and then we have two just up here in the wheel arch as well, which are reasonably easy to access. That will mostly come off, and then I can get to the oil filter, which shouldn't be too tight. If not, I have screwdrivers.
With the old oil now drained, it was time to remove the under tray trim with 3 bolts and a cut of a zip tie, before then struggling to remove the filter.
So I did this by hand, but apparently I was stronger last time I did it. Might have to get the old fingertips on it. Nope, that's no better.
If your oil filter is stuck on, or you're too weak to take off your filter like me, old-fashioned percussive maintenance will never fail you. All you need is a hammer, screwdriver and gusto. Just be aware of the mess that you're about to unleash upon the world.
Man needs some tissue.
Please.
In order to not be messy.
Give tissue. Oh, you could have. Oh no, I've lost my screwdriver now.
No, the tissue.
What have you done?
I'm trying to hold I'm trying to do too many things at once.
It's cracking under the pressure.
I am.
I'm an expert at handing tools on camera. Okay, so now we've got all of the oil drained, the filter's off. We're going to be putting in the new Verbittstein oil filter, OEM pattern part, and also a small treat which I bought for the car, which I spent too much money on because I realised I'd probably go on eBay for about £4. This is about £15, but it's a magnetic sump plug. So the idea is that this little gold piece at the end, if that's going to focus, because it never does for me. Liam's better on the camera than I am, understandably so. That is going to gather a lot of the small little metallic bits that will come through in the oil and hopefully prevent it from doing any damage. Plus it's cool, good for checking the condition of the oil. If there's loads and loads of metal bits at that, when I put it out next time, then I know there's a problem. And Liam likes looking at my eyes and my face. Blue, beautiful blue. And you'll never feel me struggling, Liam, because I'm always struggling.
Come back here. You're always struggling. Oh look, magically you managed to get out of the packet.
There's no struggle, I just did that like that. Oh shit.
You're okay, you're okay.
Struggle free.
Pretend that didn't happen.
It didn't, I don't have to pretend nothing happened.
No!
Use the force.
She's not going
My
to
force
fall.
is weak.
The magnet is ultra strong. It's literally picking up.
It's literally taken like the side washers off now.
Yeah.
Off the side.
A quick wipe at the remaining oil from the sump before properly installing the new magnetic sump plug into the sump with its washer, and then a generous lubrication of the oil filter's rubber seal with our new oil to get the best seal possible on the filter. That oil being our Miller's Nano Drive 10W40 semi-synthetic oil paired with our lovely Fabi Billerstein filter. At the end of its journey, the filter is screwed into place to provide happy filtered oil to my 3SGE engine.
Trolley man. Trolley man. Oil trolley man.
I don't actually. Does anyone actually know what these things are called? Because oil trolley barrel thing. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't think Liam knows. We've used them a few times now.
What about a trolley pan?
Trolley pan.
Trolley pan.
Next step, dropping Marty back down so we can fill up the car with our brand new oil and get him rolling again.
Cool. So now we've put the new magnetic sump plug in, which was a pain because it is an incredibly strong magnet, but it's in now. So nice and shiny. The Fabi Billerstein OEM pattern part oil filters in now. So next it's to fill it up with 4 litres of oil. So we have our Miller's 10W40 here, our Nano Drive oil. Pretty sure it's Nano Drive. I can't remember. It's a fancy one from Miller's. And yeah, hopefully should grant me many more miles of pleasurable driving and a healthy engine. Is run the engine fluid. I don't know why I'm speaking in a poor German accent, apologies audience. Going to run the engine for a bit, get the oil a bit warm, check the level, see if we need to add any more, God forbid take any out, and then we should be golden on the oil service front. Hello everybody, welcome back to the MR2. We're now going to whip out our dipstick. And,
Damn, he's gonna be whipping out that dick stick.
yeah, we've let it go up to about quarter temp, just to give it a quick checkaroni of the oil level, make sure we're running all right. If we've got too much, too little, etc. I've already ripped the hell out of that. And this is always a bit of a pain to get back in, but we shall prosper. Why can't I do this off camera every time? One moment, please. Give it a little wiggle. I don't think it does anything, but I always wiggle it. Makes me feel better. How are we looking? I'd say we're about there. About there, I think. Job done. Woo. Now you'll see me in the outro.
Yeah. Where's Spitfire? Where is Spitfire? There it is. There it is.
Whilst Liam chased Spitfires, I fitted the wheels back to Marty, a very unnecessary step for a general oil service. We'd planned to tackle the brake fluid change today, but a last minute shake in our confidence meant that I neglected it. I wasn't happy with myself for that. Thankfully, the oil service itself was a breeze, and now I should get a few thousand more miles out the car without worry of having something eternally going very wrong.
Right, that's it everyone. Thank you very much for joining Project MR2 episode 5 now. We did half our job. We've got the oil service done. Car is running nicely now. It's fresh. The brake fluid is something we'll tackle again a bit later. We've not done it before, at least I haven't. And also looking at the state of my rear pads, they're quite worn. So I'm thinking I'm going to do the pads, do the fluid at the same time, job done for my special event in the future, which hopefully I can bring to the channel. Thank you very much for listening. Once again, please like, subscribe, comment, let us know what you want to see more of. Check out the podcasts, and thank you again to LUDEN Automotive for letting us steal his workshop as usual. Thank you everyone, have a good day.